Marvel fam, welcome to the channel. Hope you're doing well. We have a very cool video for you today. Now, there's a lot of like settings videos out there and things like that, but again, use what you're comfortable with. Different settings will apply to different play styles and things like that. These are my settings. These are my favorite settings to use right now. If you like them, awesome. If you like any part of the video, make sure to leave a like and comment and hit that subscribe button if you want more Warzone tips, tricks, and loadouts, and settings like these. And we're gonna go over controller settings, graphics settings, and audio settings. Audio settings, I have some for PC. Now, console players, stick around because the audio settings I have for you are really gonna help you. And I have something you can download to help your enemy's footsteps sound even higher. You'll be able to hear them in the next room, all that good stuff. Guys, again, hope this helps. Let's get started. We're gonna start with graphics settings for PC. Some of this will apply to you console players, so listen up. All right, so display mode for PC, I've got full screen borderless, of course. I have a very low powered PC too, so if you want to turn some of these up, just make sure that the settings, like down here where it says VRAM usage, make sure that that is not crossing that line and is not red. Because if you have these settings too high, it'll go red and then you'll overload your PC and the game will crash. Okay, so we're gonna go with full screen borderless. Like I said, display monitor is the 2460 G4 AOC monitor that I have. Display adapters, whatever graphics card you're running, that's what it's going to be. Render resolution, I have this set to 100. This is straight from JGod himself, so 100% whatever that guy runs. Dynamic resolution disabled. Dynamic resolution frame rate target 17. Aspect ratio 16:9 is your 1080 by your 1920 by 1080. Sync every frame disabled. Your VSync disabled. Okay. Custom frame rate limit unlimited. You can also set it to a custom frame rate if you want it to, but I've got mine set to unlimited. Does just fine. Brightness, you want that at a 50 to 60 range. You don't want to ever go past. You don't want to go above that. You don't want to ever go below that. Completely up to you. Display gamma 2.2 RGs, or you can go with the 2.4. I'd go with the 2.2. NVIDIA highlights disabled. This is all going to help your FPS and all those kinds of things. Custom frame rate limit, you want to go unlimited. This is going to help all your FPS and all those kinds of things. NVIDIA highlights disabled. This is going to help continue to boost your frames and your FPS and all that kind of stuff. So make sure this is disabled. And then you want NVIDIA reflex low latencies. You want that enabled plus boost. Now for your quality, these are super important, especially if you play on PC and on consoles. Not as important, but some of these will apply to you. Field of view, 120 FOV. Hopefully console gets it within, I have heard that Warzone 2 will be getting that. So cross your fingers, console. If console gets 120 FOV, there's a big chance I might actually switch back to console. It's just more reliable as far as crashing and things like that go. But you know, hopefully there's none of the exploding gun glitches and stuff like that again. Camera movement, least right there, 50%. Streaming quality, low. Texture resolution, I have mine at low. You can even bump it down very low if you want, but it's gonna be super blurry. Like I said, you can go up, but make sure your VRAM usage isn't red. I like to keep mine low because I still have enough space for the game to expand and go use a little bit more VRAM on other things besides my graphics. But run what you want there. As long as it's not red, you should be good. Texture filter, anisotropic, I think that's how you say that. Low. Particle quality, low. Bullet impact and sprays, disable, enable, doesn't matter there. This doesn't affect your VRAM, like you can see. Anything that doesn't affect your VRAM, you can definitely boost up if you want, but I like to keep those things disabled. Tessellation disabled. It's going to be like your rocks are going to be higher, look higher. Again, doesn't affect your VRAM usage at all. Dismembered and gore effects disabled. On-demand texture streaming disabled. Definitely want that disabled. That will boost your VRAM. That will like make your game crash in game, in my opinion. So filmic strength 0, film grain 0, NVIDIA DLSS disabled, anti-aliasing, filmic SMAA2 T2X. A lot of arguments I think between these two. I like to go with the filmic SMAA, but whatever, to each their own there. Depth of field disabled. World motion blur for sure disabled. Weapon motion blur definitely disabled. You don't want your weapon motion blur. You don't want that to happen. Shadow map resolution normal. Cache spot shadows enabled. Sun shadows enabled. All that good stuff. You want those enabled so you can see like an enemy on a roof. if he's casting a shadow down below, you want that enabled. You want to be able to see that. Particle lighting normal, DirectX ray tracing disabled. Yeah, this will boost your VRAM quite a bit as well. So you want that disabled as well. Ambient occlusion, both is fine. And then screen space reflection disabled. Apply your settings, all that good stuff. Interface subtitles, to each their own. That's not going to affect anything. Colorblind Target, the best colorblind, the color settings and stuff is usually Tritanopia or Deuteranopia, whichever. And then you want it's set to world, I believe. World. Do whatever you want there, but I have mine disabled. I've got my own settings and stuff here for that on NVIDIA filters and all those good things. Tooltips, enable, disable, whichever one you want there. Actually, you want these tooltips enabled. I forgot, because these do like give like what type of gun it is, those kinds of things, like sitting on ground loot, or especially now that perks have been added to ground loot, they're going to tell you what the perk is and how and what it does and those kinds of things as well. So keep those enabled. Those help. Horizontal heads up display. I like mine all the way to the side, all the way to the top. That's going to be 100 and 100 here. That's 100% all the way pushed to the side and top for me. And of course, that's also going to include your teammates and your health down at the bottom left-hand corner, all the way to the side, all the way to the bottom. That's what I prefer. Minimap shape, you want that square so you can obviously see more of, you know, everything around you. Just saying. Anyway, so minimap rotation enabled. You want it to rotate as you're turning, of course. Show compass enabled. I like my as a compass. That's me, and it rotates. It shows you, you know, which direction you're going: north, south, east, west, all that good stuff. Compass cardinal direction text. You can either have letters or numbers. I like letters, like west or that, but I can see how the numbers would be helpful as well. Kill feed duration 10 seconds. Adjust the kill feed duration when there is an update. You can have this as long as you want. Always show vehicle controls. I don't like those at all. Close buy station on purchase enabled. Text chat, I have that enabled. Profanity filter enabled. All that good stuff. Whatever you want there. These don't really matter. New message sound alert, I have all those disabled. New chat duration disabled. Now here's where you can have, like, if you want your frames per second, FPS, all that good stuff showing. It'll show you your FPS, server latency, your location, all those kinds of things. In-game alert icons, I think these are all from like Modern Warfare, so skip introduction movie, all those kinds of things. Enabled, I have all that enabled from Modern Warfare. So let's go over to the controller settings now. These are my controller settings. I use either Cinch controller, or I use the Xbox Elite Series 2 controller right here. I've got 4 paddles on the back as well, so that helps a lot. But I do use controller. I'm not a keyboard and mouse guy, so if you're looking for keyboard and mouse settings, this is not for you. But I have other settings that might help you out. So if you're just here for keyboard and mouse settings, well, I apologize, but we still love you. VR button layout, mine's default. A lot of people use different things. This is all going to be customary to your play style. So this is customary to mine. I like this play style. This is me. All right. Stick layout preset, default, invert, vertical look. Yeah. If you play inverted, I have a friend who plays inverted. That's weird, dude. I mean, good on you if you can, I guess. But geez, I could not play that. You can do it to like airplanes only, helicopter only. I get those, but like, nah, I couldn't do it. Couldn't, like, could you imagine like pointing up on your stick and then aiming down? No thanks. Left stick minimum input dead zone, I have 0.02. Right stick minimum input dead zone 0.02. Left stick max input dead zone 1. Right stick max input dead zone 1. Horizontal stick sensitivity, I actually went from a 7 about a month ago, and now I'm at a very high 13. I'm absolutely loving it. It's a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. So if you're debating on whether to go from like a 7 or like a 5 to a 10, or like a 7 to a 13, or just maxing it out, don't be afraid to try it, man. Don't be afraid to try the new things like that. I was pretty afraid to try it. I didn't want to get used to a new sensitivity after I've already gotten used to what I was running. Loving the very high 13. Your choice, but I highly recommend it. All right. I might even go max sensitivity here pretty soon. You never know. So custom sensitivity per zoom. So like, again, I have the high horizontal, I have the high regular stick sensitivity when I'm not aiming down sight, when I'm not ADS. But then you've got the custom sensitivity per zoom. You want this on. You want, especially if you're running high stick sensitivity, this means when you ADS and you're aiming, it's gonna slow down quite a bit, so you're able to aim a lot more precise. So these 4 right here, I've got a 0.85, and then I've got the rest of them I have at a 1, all right? Anything like a sniper or anything like that is always at a 1, but like from your like your red dot sights, all your red dot sights, slate reflector sights, all the way to your 4x zooms, gonna be 0.85 for me, all right? And the rest of them are at a 1. Super easy, super simple. Your aim assist for controller, I have it at mine at standard for sure. Scale aim assist FOV, you want that enabled. Weapon mount shared input ADS plus melee. Weapon mount movement exit enabled. Aim down sight behavior, you want to hold it. You can have it on toggle, no, you want to hold it. Steady aim behavior, hold. Equipment behavior, hold. Use/reload behavior, you want contextual tap. This way you only have to press it once and you don't have to hold it down all the time. Depleted ammo weapon switch enabled. As soon as you run out of ammo, it automatically switches your weapon, kind of thing. I have that enabled. Some people like it disabled, but I like to have it enabled. Armor plate behavior, apply all 100%, and you can stop that at any time by double tapping your Y button. So if you want to stop plating or something, double tap your Y, but absolutely apply all. Slide behavior, you want it to tap. That way you can easily slide cancel for sure. Auto move forward, disabled. Like if you're crouched and you don't have your hands on the sticks, you don't want to automatically be moving forward. Tactical sprint, especially with serpentine added, you absolutely want to be running single tap from run. That means you just have to press forward and you're automatically tactical sprinting. 100% single tap from run is my favorite. Automatic sprint, automatic tactical sprint for sure. It means you're automatically tactical sprinting every single time. Serpentine, like I said, added. You're definitely want to be running that. Vehicle camera recenter enabled. I mean, it'll automatically recenter your vehicle. If you're like looking away and then you let go of the stick, it'll center everything back up. And then parachute auto deploy. If you want to land closer to the ground, disable this. You want to know why you're automatically deploying a parachute? Because you have this enabled. Disable it. A lot of you know that, a lot of you don't. But let's get to the audio settings. So here are the basic audio settings. Like I told you, this is going to help you regardless hear footsteps anyway. One for PC players, that's going to help you hear enemy footsteps louder. And then I've got one for console that's going to help you hear enemy footsteps louder. This is for PC and console. And again, this is gonna depend on what headset you're wearing as well. Right now, I've got usually I wear Turtle Beach 500s, but or Recon 500s, and then I just got these in from Rode microphones. These are great. These are the NTH 100s from Rode. These aren't necessarily a gaming headset, it's a studio headset, but I really like using this. But to each their own here, use what you like, but I go with boost low as my audio mix. Master volume is turned down right now for recording of this video because they still have the stupid Godzilla sound going in the background, and the only way you can not hear that anymore is to turn it to 0. But you have to have it in order to play the game. So set that at about 50 or 60, whatever you're comfortable with. My music volume's always at a 0. Dialogue volume's at 20. That way you can still at least hear your operator while he's, calling out airstrikes and things like that, but that way he's not so loud he's talking over your teammates. Effects volume at 100% at 100. You have to have this at 100 if you want to hear any kind of footsteps at all. The effects is the footsteps, so anything like that you definitely want to hear as loud as you can, so set that at 100. Cinematics volume, I have them at a 50, whatever you prefer there. Juggernaut music, of course, disabled. Hit marker sound effects, I like mine at the Modern Warfare. You can always go with classic or no sound effects. I like Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare is the best. Mono audio disabled, mono amount 100. Speakers, headphones, game sound device, whatever your default system device or wherever your game's running through, that's what you want to run through there. Mute game when unfocused, disabled. And then so here's how you're going to hear enemy hot mics and things a little bit better as well. Voice chat enable, obviously. Speakers and headset, whatever. Console's a little different there, but again, this applies, these settings apply to console as well. Open mic recording threshold. If you can hear like a fan in the background of your friend's mic, or if somebody can hear a fan in the background of your microphone, here's how you fix that. You want to go and set this to about a 13-ish if you're on console, anywhere below 15 here. Set this to about anywhere below 15. You won't hear the fan in your microphone anymore, or those kinds of things. You might still hear it like while you're talking or something like that, but you won't sit there and you won't hear the whole entire time. You know what I'm saying? So you want your voice chat volume pretty high. I have set mine to 300 so I can for sure hear those hot mics. Definitely do that. And then your microphone volume, you know, as if you sound too soft to your teammates, bump it up. I've got mine at 200. They seem to hear me just fine. All those good things. All right. And voice chat effect, you can actually make yourself sound like a military guy, or on actual comms, classic chatter or stealth comms, whatever you prefer. I have no effect on mine, but to each their own there as well. Now for the extra cool things for you guys. An extra thing for your PC players, you want to go and download what's called SoundLock. I'm not going to show you how to install it or anything like that. You literally just if you just download it, hit the install button, it'll show up. Go search it and find it, and it'll show up like this down here in the bottom right hand corner. Make sure in your output device it's whatever your game is running through on your PC, and then filter mode, keep it like it is, and then you want both channels selected here. Whatever you prefer here, doesn't matter. If you always wanted to show or anything like that, if you wanted to always show, it'll start here at the top, and then you want to put it down to about right here, about a third of the way. It'll make sure that those sounds, enemy airstrikes, those kinds of things, all those things are lower, and so even your gunfire, so that it'll boost those lower sounds in your headset. Now, console players, I told you I had something really cool for you. So you want to go download Dolby Access on your console. I'm not real sure if it works with PlayStation or not. I think it does. Don't quote me on that. Just go try it. If it doesn't work, I apologize. But Xbox, it does definitely work. You want to go download it, called Dolby Access, and what it'll come with Dolby Atmos, which is for any Dolby powered headset. You'll be able to increase and decrease the different hertz and sounds inside of a game. So this is what that's going to look like. Now, there's a 7-day free trial, or you can just outright buy it for 15 bucks. Totally up to you. If you have your headset plugged into your controller, you're going to select the controller option. If you have your headset via wireless or USB, go ahead and pick the USB or wireless button. You're going to go to a custom sound settings, and then you're going to set them up just like I have them here. Usually your footsteps will go between 100 hertz and 300 hertz, or 1000 hertz and 8000 hertz. So you're going to boost those. That's why those are boosted so high, so that the footsteps are higher in your headset than they would be in an actual game. But if this helps, leave a like on the video. Appreciate you guys for watching, and as always, good luck, stay frosty, and happy hunting. We'll catch you in the next one.